Are you serious? Are we serious? Are you serious? Is Putin serious? Is Biden serious? I think Putin is serious. What does that mean for the rest of the world? Are we on the brink of nuclear war for real? I mean, that's really the question here, and we're gonna find out. I think he's desensitizing the world by his constant rhetoric, and some believe he's actually going to do it. Well, I'm Pastor Paul Begley, and this is the Coming Apocalypse YouTube version. And welcome to today's broadcast. Let me put a quick shout out, if I could, right now for www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. Listen, studies have now showing that mental health changes based on how many or how few wrinkles we have. Anti-aging companies are preying on that, but many of their products don't work because they fail to target the root concerns, and that's contributes to wrinkles. The true way to attack wrinkle concerns is by going underneath the surface of the skin in ways that promote youthfulness. This is why I'm going to highly recommend to you Multi-Collagen by BioTrust. You can get this at www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. This is fish, egg, and plant collagen only. The amazing product helps restore our skin's youthfulness by getting to the root of the problem that causes the wrinkles. It works because it's a health supplement, not an anti-aging serum. It's not some kind of cream that's going to do a miracle. It fixes it from inside. It works underneath. That's why you'll start looking and feeling better. Go right now to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. You'll be glad you did that. And you could save 51%. So, what are you going to do? Boot scooting Putin. What are we going to do? Okay. Well, we're going to take a look at what he's doing. Going to ask ourselves some questions. Is he for real? Is he just saying this? I just don't think a guy just all of a sudden just keeps saying. I think he's trying to say to all of us, look, I've been warning you and warning you and warning you. Okay. He's basically saying, I've been trying every way in the world to tell you. Give me 1 second here. I think he's going to say, so in case he does use it, he'll say, I warned the world. I told the world. Is he desperate? Or is this part of the plan? Okay. Is it part of the plan? That's really what I'm asking. Will Putin use the nukes? Boot scooting Putin nuking is not a good thing. And you start to wonder, will Putin use the nukes? Wow. I'm praying that, obviously I'm praying that he don't. Okay. I'm praying that he don't, but there's a high possibility because of the fact he keeps bringing it up, the fact that he don't want to stop. He keeps wanting to constantly say it. You start wondering just exactly where is his mindset? Where's his mentality? Let me share some information here for you. Here's the latest that's just coming out of Russia. Russian state TV claims that Putin more likely to launch nuclear war than accept defeat in Ukraine. Either we lose in Ukraine or the Third World War starts, says a top Russian propagandist, Margarita Simonyan. Russian state TV tells viewers we're all going to die someday over nuclear threat. Vladimir Putin is more likely to pursue an all-out nuclear warfare rather than concede defeat to Ukraine. That's according to the top Russian TV editor. Margarita Simonyan, editor of the state broadcasting television network RT, Russia Today, and one of the Kremlin's highest profile media bosses made this remark on Russian TV last night, declaring that Vladimir Putin unleashing a nuclear strike is more probable than failing its so-called special military operation in Ukraine. The remarks added to a pattern of escalating rhetoric on both sides as Russia continues to warn the West of lightning-fast consequences over interfering in its ongoing invasion. Either we lose in Ukraine or the Third World War starts. I think World War III is more realistic, knowing us and knowing our leader, she said. The most incredible outcome that all of this will end with a nuclear strike seems more probable to me than the other course of events. She said, "This is my horror on one hand," she told a panel of experts, "but on the other hand, it is what it is. We will go to heaven while they will simply croak. We're all going to die someday." Think about that mentality. She's the leading television personality in Russia. And she says, I think we'll have World War III. I think it's going to happen before we will admit to defeat. And I think it's going to end this way. And she basically says, we will go to heaven if it happens, while they will simply croak. We're all going to die someday. So basically, if we're going down, you're all going down. And that's kind of what I think Putin said when he first started, when he said nobody wins in a nuclear confrontation. Yet he's the one who's threatening to throw the nuke. She also, her unclear war references follow recent comments by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, who said the threat of a nuclear conflict must not be underestimated, and that the core of any argument or any agreement to the end of the conflict in Ukraine would depend largely on the military situation on the ground. This is our key position on which we base everything. The risks now are considerable, said Sergei Lavrov. I would not want to elevate those risks artificially. Many would like that. The danger is serious, real, and we must not underestimate it, he said, referring to the risk of nuclear war. Mr. Putin, the president of Russia, while issuing a warning to the Western nations over interfering in the war, referenced Russia's new intercontinental ballistic missile, Satan, and Satan II. We have all the tools for this one, he said. No one can brag about. We won't brag. We will just use them if needed. And I want everyone to know this, Putin said. We have already taken all the decisions on that. Russia announced last week that it will deploy Satan II, also known as the Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile system, which the warhead-capable target the United Kingdom, as well as Europe and the United States, and carrying one or more nuclear warheads. And responding to a question about remarks by British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss, who said yesterday that countries opposed to Russia's invasion of Ukraine must double down on their support, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said, supplying heavy weapons to Kiev poses a threat to the security of the European continent. In itself, the tendency to pump weapons, including heavy weapons, to Ukraine and other countries are actions that threaten the security of the continent and provoke instability, said Mr. Peskov. So there's no end to the rhetoric. You've got basically their Secretary of State making these statements, Sergei Lavrov. You have the top television personality in Russia saying if when all else fails, it will be nuclear annihilation, and we'll just all die and go to heaven. You guys are croak. I mean, what in the world kind of statement is it? What's the mentality there? What's the mentality there? Is the demons eating these people up? It's almost like they're on a suicide mission with their leader. And I've seen that. If you study history, you'll see that same mentality was in World War II in Nazi Germany. So what is going on here? What's happened? Where's the reality here? What's happened to people that they've fallen off the wagon this far? This is where we're at. And tonight, Mike from around the world is going to be with us. And we're going to be talking to him. Also, Steve Quayle is going to be with us. And, we've got to just say, well, what's happening here? How in the world have we gotten to this point so fast, so quickly? And what does it all mean? Now, the President of the United States today announced that he's sending another $33 billion worth of weapons to Ukraine. And I saw one of the top generals, I cannot remember the man's name this morning, but he pointed and said that Russia does have also some subterranean nukes, a certain kind of nuke that we used to have here in America. We decommissioned them, but Russia does have them, and that he may use this. He said because they're a smaller detonation, they are nuclear, but they're not as devastating, and that Putin may throw his first nuke, might be the small one like that, and it's a tactical nuke, and he can throw it, and he may just decide to hit one of the smaller countries. I'm not saying, certainly I don't think the United States or Britain or France or Germany, but I think that, like he shut up the oil off of Bulgaria and Poland, he might throw it at one of the lesser NATO countries to wake and to send a message to the world that he's not messing around. He's going to do something. He's going to throw it, folks. And according to Mike around the world, Mike said 3 weeks ago, Mike said, I'm 100% sure he's going to do it. 100%. So, wow. Are we on the brink? Or are we on literally the brink of a nuclear detonation? Evil seems to be everywhere. Evil is everywhere.
Evil is on the rise. It's all around us, and it's closing in from all sides. So what do we do about it? Don't miss Overcoming Evil, the latest powerful webinar from Paul Begley Prophecy Ministries. A lineup of experts will examine and explain demons and deliverance from a variety of perspectives. The Overcoming Evil webinar. Order it now at paulbegleyprophecy.com.
I'll put that in the comments. In the comments below. Certainly, evil is everywhere. It really is, and we really are in a very precarious situation. If you want to know how to get your tickets, simply go to paulbegleyprophecy.com. Click right on it where it says evil. Overcoming Evil, and then or click register, click it and then click the register, and you'll get right in. You can get your ticket today. Wow. I was walking home from school on a cold and winter day. Took a shortcut through the woods, and I lost my way. It was getting late, and I was scared and alone. Then a kind old man took me by the hand and he led me home. Mama couldn't see him, but she was standing there. I knew in my heart he was an answer to my prayer. Oh, I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you in our darkest hour, show us how to live. They teach us how to give, to guide us with the light of love. Mike from around the world tonight. We're starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. Times had me down on my knees with Steve Quayle opening up. Doubleheader. Kind word from a stranger to lend a helping hand, a phone call from a friend just to say I understand. Ain't it kind of funny at the dark end of the road, someone lit the way with just a single ray of hope? I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you in your darkest hours. They show us how to live. They teach us how to give. They guide us with the light of love. They wear so many faces, show up in the strangest places, grace us with their mercy in our time of need. I believe there are angels among us. I believe there are angels among us. I believe there are angels among us. It is. It's a doubleheader tonight. It's a doubleheader tonight with Mike from around the world. We'll be going live at 9 o'clock tonight with Steve Quayle. Steve Quayle will be opening up for us. We're going to get started. We got some big questions for him. Of course, he's also going to be in our Overcoming Evil webinar with some incredible information about the glyphs. His team has found a significant finding and breakthrough, and we're going to find out about that. So Steve Quayle tonight, 9 o'clock. Also coming in will be Mike from around the world. So it's a double header tonight. Don't miss it, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. Are you serious? Are you serious? Give your life to Jesus Christ, because we're running out of time.